Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Tim from Alien Gear Holsters, and I'm joined by
Tom?
And today we're going to be giving you a beginner's guide to IWB carry. IWB holster is a holster that's designed to ride inside of your waistband. It looks something like this. And what you do is you put it inside of your pants and the gun rides outside so that you can pull up your shirt and you can grab it and draw. Tom here has never actually put on an IWB holster before. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So he's going to be my guinea pig, and we are going to show you how to put this on as quickly as possible and, most importantly, as comfortably as possible. If you've ever bought an IWB holster and you haven't been able to get it as comfortable as you want, this video is for you. Watch it clear through to the end because this kind of holster was designed specifically to be comfortable. A lot of holsters are made just around the gun. You put them on and they kind of press against your side. They just don't feel comfortable all day long if you want to wear your gun. And a holster like this is designed with all sorts of features so that it's soft, it's flexible, it rides with you, and it's made so that you can wear it all day. It's got to be comfortable, and if you don't wear it just right, it might not be as comfortable as it could be. So this video will hopefully clear that up for you. First thing you want to do is you got to put it on. And you're going to need a pair of pants that can actually fit a holster in them. Today, I'm wearing a pair of jeans that actually fits me perfectly. That's not what you want. You need a pair of pants that is a size or two larger so that you can fit a gun that is going to be in a holster that's like this big. So if you want to get this inside your pants, you're going to need to have a pair of pants that is a size up. And this is just a little bit too small. So I am going to go ahead and change my pants real quick. Okay, now I have on a pair of pants that will actually fit a gun holster much better. These are about 1 to 2 sizes larger than I need, and that is going to allow for a holster that is about this size to fit inside of the pants. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our IWB holster and we're going to get it inside of the pants. What I want to do is have you try this on. You've never actually tried on one of these before, right?
I have not.
Okay, so I want you to try to put this on, and I'm going to give you some advice on how to make it as comfortable as possible and get it on as quickly as possible. I have on a size larger holster for a size larger gun. Go ahead and turn towards the camera a little more. There you go. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. You can go ahead and take it back out. A lot of people, when they first try on a holster like this, they'll just kind of try to get it straight into their pants. It's good that you try to loosen up your belt. There is an even easier way. If you take your pants, open them up. Let's keep you sideways to the camera so we don't see inside. There you go. Very good. All right, so what you're going to do is you hold your pants with your left hand. This is if you're right-handed. The way I like to teach it is that you grab the holster with your right hand, and you slide it inside your pants. Keep your hand on it the whole time. Yeah, and then just go right to where you want it. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. So, let's turn towards the camera. This is the ideal spot for your holster to be. Now, if it goes right here on your side, what's going to happen is your gun is going to be pressing up against your hip bones. And you don't want your handgun to be pushing up against your side. This is probably the spot most people try to put on a holster when they first put one on because they think this is the easiest spot to grab it from. This is the most natural. But when you wear your holster at the 430 position, which is just about over your back pocket here, that's going to allow for your gun to ride on a spot on your pants and your hips where your pants are not actually hugging on your hips, and it's going to allow your gun to lay flat on this spot of your back that doesn't actually have that grab that it would have if it were on your side. So go ahead and buckle. Actually, no, before you buckle back up your belt, go ahead and hook up that first clip there. Very good. Now this is the trickier spot. So you want to try to fish out that back clip. It's right about here. There you go, and get that over. Very good. Perfect. Now you've got it on. And now I have on mine as well. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and buckle up your belt. Perfect. And let's have you turn so the camera can see you a little better. Okay, and I'm going to give you your gun to put in there. Don't point at anything you're not willing to destroy. And we are safe. Now go ahead and put your gun into your holster. And I'm going to stop you right there. Now, this is something that a lot of people do that you really should never do. You got to be very careful because you should never flag anybody with your gun. You also should never flag yourself. And the way he's holstering his gun here, he's pointing the gun at himself. You don't need to do that. Whenever you holster your handgun, you want to do it very intentionally. I often will put my thumb over the back here so that the slide doesn't start to rack back if you don't get it perfect. And you want to come in without pointing it this way, but you want to point it straight down, keeping your index finger high register so it's away from the trigger at all times until you're ready to shoot something. And then go ahead and holster. Perfect. Now at this point, you're ready to pull your shirt over your holster there. And you'll notice that Tom is wearing an undershirt today, as am I. And what this allows for is so that when you holster your gun, you don't have the grip of your gun actually abrasively hurting your side. A lot of people don't care as much. It doesn't matter. But if you want extra comfort, you can wear an undershirt. And some guns are a little bit more rough on the handle, so that can make a difference. Now, Tom is wearing a plain shirt without any print on it today. Something like what I'm wearing actually will be quite a bit more helpful to break up the pattern of your handgun. So when you're wearing something like this, you don't want your handgun to print. So if you can see the handle of your gun, and you have somebody that's looking for that, you can see that that's there. As long as your shirt fits pretty well, the Alien Gear holster brings that gun into your back, especially when it's at the 430 position, so that it's not as easily seen. And then when you're wearing a shirt like what I'm wearing today, it's even harder to see what's going on there because there's print. So something like this works great. Basically anything, or if you have a jacket on, then that's even easier. Okay, so now what I want you to do is to try to draw your gun. Give a little bit of advice on a basic draw. I'm not an expert. I'm a little bit of an expert on holsters because I've been working at Alien Gear holsters for about 5 years now, but not an expert on drawing, so don't take any of this as an expert opinion, but this is going to be a little basic guide to drawing from an Alien Gear holster as well. Okay, so let's have you turn this way to start with. And why don't you go ahead and try to do the movement slowly, like you're going to go ahead and draw your gun and aim it. Okay, go ahead and put it back in now. And we're going to go through that a little slower. Okay, so you have two choices of how you're going to draw your gun initially with your hands. One is going to be one-handed, where you go with one hand to draw your shirt up, and then you could drop your hand onto your gun and then go for your draw. Another way to do it is to draw it with your left hand, where you draw with that hand your shirt up and then grab your gun with the other hand. This way is probably a little bit easier for beginners. I saw you go with two hands. That's not necessary. So go ahead and this time, draw with this hand, or pull your shirt up with that hand. You're going to want to grab it. Let's start one more time. Grab as far back this way as you can because you don't want to only get the shirt up part way around the gun. You want to make sure that you clear that handgun all the way with your shirt. So grab it again with this hand as far back as you can and really yank that all the way up because you don't want it to get caught. At this point, you're going to go ahead and put a hand on your gun. And this is actually very good hand position. You want to choke up all the way to the top of the handle here, right to there. Go ahead and do that again. And at this point, you're going to go ahead and start to draw up, straight up. And now what you're going to want to do is drop your elbow down. You're going to keep your elbow in as much as you can. And then you're going to go to meet your other hand right about at the spot you would be clapping. And then you're just going to go straight out. You want to eliminate as much movement as you can. So you caught it here and just go straight out to your shot. And you want to keep good shooting posture, have a little bit of bend in your knees, and you want to bring the gun to your head. There you go. And you have a couple of choices of how you stand. You could shoot in isosceles, like he is standing right here, where it's basically a triangle and he has his feet even, or you could have your, if you're right-handed, you could bring your right foot back a little bit. You could also drop your right elbow and this one up, and this could be Weaver stance. So there's all sorts of ways that you could shoot, and we don't want to get into that today, but that's good, thank you. But today is all about how to make your IWB holster more comfortable. So go ahead and put that back in there now. Very good, that was much better. And go ahead and give me a turn for the camera so they can see. Now do it with your hands down. Do the turn again. Very good. Okay, so now let's do a one-handed draw. So let's go ahead and have you turn a little bit more towards the camera. And this time you're gonna go ahead and do everything with your right hand. Your left hand at this point can be against your body here to keeping it clear. And your right hand, go ahead and pull up your shirt. And before you actually draw the gun, you're gonna wanna pull up your shirt a little more. There you go. And then just drop your hand straight into that firing grip, just like this, where his hand is all the way in. And he's got his finger already prepared to be in the high registered safety position. And go ahead and draw your handgun now. Perfect. See how his finger stays right there? You want to keep it there until you're ready to fire. This is probably the most important tip that you can have when handling a handgun. And yeah, there you go. You can go ahead and meet your hands together and keep your elbows together and go out. You don't want to punch if you're trying to go quicker. You want to just kind of go smoothly and quickly to that ready position. And then when you're finished, you're going to go ahead and bring it back in here and you'll be ready to holster. So go ahead and pull up your shirt with that hand. And remember to be as intentional as possible. Get an eye on the holster where you're holstering. And you don't have to do this fast. There's no reason to reholster your gun quickly. So do it as carefully, as intentionally as possible. The draw is made to be fast. The reholster is made to be slow. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.